Ratchet Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal was released on the PlayStation 2 on the 2nd of November of 2004 in North America and on the 12th in Australia and Europe. It was developed by Insomniac Games and is the third entry into the Ratchet Clank series. This is one of my favourite games of all time, so hopefully I'll be able to articulate how I feel about the game and give a general overview of it. The story of Ratchet Clank 3 goes as follows. Ratchet and Clank are living their life at an apartment in the Bogong Galaxy, where Clank has become an actor in his own holovision show called Secret Agent Clank, with Ratchet being his chauffeur. As they are watching the show, Ratchet changes the channel where the news reporter is stating that Veldon is under attack by a group known as the Tyrannoids, led by a mysterious supervillain known as Dr. Nefarious. So, the two pack up their bags and blast back off to the Solana Galaxy to stop the attack. Landing on Veldon, you meet up with the Galactic Rangers, as well as the President, who states that there's only one man who can stop Dr. Nefarious, which we later find out is none other than Captain Quark, who has become somewhat of a leader to a tribe that inhabits the Florona jungle. Once you fight Quark, he ends up coming with you to the Starship Phoenix, whose captain is Sasha, who happens to be the President's daughter. The only problem being that Quark still thinks he's a monkey. You end up getting Quark's memory back by playing the first vid comic. Later on, Quark forms the group known as the Q-Force, with returning characters from the first game, being Big Al, Helga, and even Skid McMarks, to take down Dr. Nefarious. Alongside Dr. Nefarious is his butler, Lawrence, who is well juxtaposed to Dr. Nefarious's burst of anger. There is also Courtney Gears, who is supposed to be a parody of Britney Spears, I guess to hammer home the whole 2004-ness of it all, and is also revealed that she is in the works with Dr. Nefarious. In this entry, and I guess the previous titles, Captain Quark has had a bit more of a character arc than the titular two characters, besides from the first game, with him feeling like he is a washed-up celebrity in the first game, trying to get notoriety by teaming up with Chairman Drek, then being the antagonist of the second game, creating rogue pets just so he can come in and save the day, which backfires. So in Up Your Arsenal, the moment he actually gets himself in danger, he fakes his own death and takes refuge at his secret base. But by the end of the game, he learns to let go of his ego and helps Ratchet and Clank in the fight against Dr. Nefarious. The gameplay of Up Your Arsenal is similar to both of its predecessors, but with more of a combat focus. But you'll still be doing your fair share of platforming, with the return of a battle arena from the second game, with how most of the planets are now linear instead of having 2 or 3 paths per planet, with the exception of Planet Dax, where there are 3 paths to take, 1 leading to an item and 2 that push the story forward, with one of them having a boss battle. There are more open mission objectives that you end up choosing from a menu screen outside of a dropship, which has you roam around the battlefield turning bolts to hold a base or destroy an outpost. In these missions, some of the multiplayer maps are used. Even though the campaign is single player, the addition of the Galactic Rangers gives off a soldier working as a team, similar to the Star Wars Battlefront games. I guess also the addition of the Starship Phoenix being used as a home base, where the characters plan their next mission, adds to that feeling. In the Starship Phoenix, there is a weapon vendor where you can purchase weapons and even try them out before you buy them, an armor vendor, a training course, and even a gaming system, which you can play the aforementioned Quark vid comics, which are a series of mini-games that tells the story of how Captain Quark defeats Dr. Nefarious. The Quark vid comic is a side-scrolling platformer where you can collect Quark tokens throughout the level to earn more bolts in-game. Just like the first and second game, there is also a Clank section, but this time you have Scrunch, the one-eyed monkey, by your side, along with a banana gun, which you can direct Scrunch to activate switches. The Gadgetbots also make a return. There is also a multiplayer mode. I never played the game with online multiplayer, so I don't have much to say about that. It's crazy to think that Ratchet Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal is now 20 years old, and where Insomniac Games was at that point developing the games for the PS2, before making one last Ratchet game on that system, that being Deadlock or Gladiator, depending on your region. But, as we all know, they kept making the games in the series into the PS3 era and beyond. I do miss the slightly more explorable paths in the previous 2 titles, but I just as much enjoy the run and gun style that they went in the third entry, as well as making you feel like you were a part of a squadron, keeping the galaxy from any unwanted threats. Thanks for watching.